Hello everyone, Lori here with Hardworking Mom. Tonight we're going to be making the February wreath kit. I'm so excited. I can't wait. I love this one. Well, this one and the next one. I'm a little obsessed with the next one too. So I just wanted to check and make sure everything's working. It is. Yay. Okay. So let me get it pulled up over here because sometimes I can only see the comments over here because I can't see. It is a problem, y'all. It's a problem with old age. That's what it is. Okay, so we have a purple and a turquoise. This is the sign. And look at these ribbons. I love these ribbons. So it's turquoise and white. Then the butterfly ribbon, a purple and white, and a turquoise. I love it. Okay. And the turquoise is a little bit different in the sign. Of course, you know I do that so that it will stand out because we want it to stand out. I was going to see if I could get it to come up on my TV. Alright, so we're doing 30-inch ruffles. So I just cut it at 30 inches. I cut them together. So you can see I put one on top of the other. Just like that. It just makes it a lot faster and easier when you're cutting them. So 30 inches. We have our 15-inch work wreath in purple, of course. Gotta have the purple. Y'all know I'm just loving purple. Alright, let's see if it will show up. Okay, here we go. I was going to see if it would show up. Oh my gosh, it shows up. I think I'm going to be able to see comments today. Okay, come on. There we go. I have my Roku TV in here and I was going to see if I could pull it up and I could see comments on my screen. Because I'm going to tell y'all, that's a whole lot bigger than this little iPad. Alright, so I'm going to... I can see it. I can't see comments. But I can see me. Alright, so I'm going to open all my ties up. You want to just do this because it just makes things faster. I wonder why I can't see comments. Well, that stinks. Alright, so we got all our ties open up. And we're going to zoom in here. There we go. So how are y'all doing tonight? And don't worry, if you haven't gotten your wreath kit, they all are on the way. With the holiday, that sometimes delays things, but they are on the way. Good evening. Okay, so I laid out flat. Like this. Remember, if you're having trouble, put something heavy on the other end, and then it makes it a little bit easier. Honestly, I'm going to tell you the best thing to put on it is your cell phone. It's heavy, and it'll stay still. Alright, so then you just want to put your thumbs at the back, and you want to start creating a little dam back there, right? So you're just pushing everything up into your fingers like this, and you're making a bow tie. There's glue from my project earlier. I just got done with my private group because I won't be here tomorrow, so I'll get to show y'all what we made. Alright, so I put it on and ruffle it out just like that. And we're going to, so there's two different ways you can make this. Well, there's several different ways. But just with the ruffle alone, there's two ways. You can alternate, or you can do all one color on the bottom and all one color on the top. So it really just depends on what you like. I kind of like to alternate them, at least on this one. But sometimes I like to put one color on the bottom and one color on the top. It's really pretty. It almost makes like a flower effect. And just because I do it this way does not mean you have to. Right, so in your instructions, it tells you several different ways, because you can also do the woodland ruffle. You could also do a double poof. So I like to pull them against each other so they ruffle up together. And what that does is that helps cover more of the frame. And it just also makes it look so pretty. Hey! Alright. So put that down there and we'll just ruffle up. So spread all your fingers out like this and then just move them and keep your thumbs straight. Okay? So you don't move your thumbs. You're just moving your fingers and you're just kind of grabbing it and pulling it in. Grab, pull in, grab, pull in, grab, pull in. I've had some people tell me lately that they're having trouble with ruffles. So I thought I would kind of go through that a couple times tonight. Okay? Then you just pull them up and ruffle them out. And don't stress if it's not perfect down the side. It's probably not going to be. You really only get that with certain types of mesh. So don't stress if it is not staying straight on the edge. Okay? Because this type of mesh tends to move and it's going to kind of pucker up on the edges a little, and that is okay. You're not going to be able to tell when you get it on here and you fluff it out. So don't think just because it does that, that means you're not doing it right. You are. See how we just kind of pull it? I just pull them both like this and let them ruffle together. I know these are my two favorite colors. Purple and turquoise. Woo-hoo-hoo. What's your favorite color? My mom's is yellow and pink. Ouch. This mesh is what you would call metallic mesh. So you can tell because it has the little stripe of metallic in it. So that's how you know it's metallic mesh. If it has kind of a shiny stripe down it, that is called metallic mesh. So you want, when you're using mesh, you want to at least use something with metallic in it, because that little strip of the metallic helps this from fraying. So it provides a little bit more fraying protection. So the more expensive the mesh, usually the less it frays. Okay? And the more you mess with your mesh, the more it frays. So if you're having a lot of trouble, try not to, once you get it on the wreath, try not to really touch it a whole lot after that, because that is what is going to cause it to fray more. But this method is actually the way that you do fewer cuts with less fraying. Me too. I'm sold out from this kit. I do have the sign, but this kit is sold, and y'all, the bee one is almost gone. There's very few left. So if you wanted the bee kit, you better order it because it's going quick. Okay. Alrighty, here we go. Pretty. Oh, and I'll show you. This is the sign for the bee kit. It's so cute. And look, it matches the ribbon you get. Look at this. Exactly. See the edge? And then the bee. I loves it. I loves it. Okay. I do actually have a video on the different types of mesh. If you're trying to figure out what mesh you want to use, it's on my page under the tips, business tips, or it might be creative tips. But I have one on all different types of frames, and I have one on all different types of mesh. So that helps. So you know what to do. Okay. Alrighty. See how it naturally does its own little curl? I like the two colors against each other. They're just so pretty. This is definitely my favorite combination. Hey, Willie. Okay, so Owl, if you will, give out our links for the Cubbies of the Month. Kathy from Santa Marta Designs and Brenda with Custom Wreaths by Busy Bee. So please go like their channels. They need some love. I do too. I love these colors. Whoops. I got started off crooked. I feel like I'm a little off center. There we go. That's better. I want to make sure you can see what I'm doing. Okay. Right there. Okay. And I'm just tying it one good time. All right. Okay. There we go. So on the last one, you have to ruffle both sides. So you see how full it makes it when you pull the ruffles up? So if you were making this for a door or something that was screened in, you would want to flatten them out. But otherwise, you want to poof them up so they look pretty. Okay. So I open the ties on the top. Whew. Sorry, my eye's itching. All right, and then we will. Let me move this. There we go. Okay, so we'll go to the next one. Right up the center. Okay. So tomorrow I'm headed to Sims Pottery for their spring floral show. I'm so excited. I love to go to those. I always come back energized and so I just get really excited. Okay. There we go. Sorry, I was reading a comment. That's why I gotta stop for a second. It's hard for me to see the comments. They go by really fast. So don't feel like I'm missing your comment. I just wait until the end and then I can really concentrate on it. And that way, if you're coming back to watch it later, you don't have to listen to me talk to people too much. Right? Sometimes you just want the goods, the stuff. There. All right. So we just keep doing this over and over. I absolutely love this look. It is by far my favorite. I just like how they ruffle up against each other, and I like how full it makes it. I love metallic because it has that little bit of shimmer to it. So you can see that line of metallic in it. Sims is in, well, the one that I'm going to is in Graham, North Carolina. So that's where I will be. And we actually got an Airbnb house, and a bunch of us are staying there together, so I think it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. So, Here we go. We've got them all ruffly. Okay. There we go. And don't stress if you don't go as fast as I do. I've been doing this a really long time, so I do go a lot faster. For one thing, it's just by nature, and for another thing, I've been doing it a long time. Okay, so spread them out. I also make sure that it's not squashing the ones at the bottom, because sometimes it will want to do that. Want to take over. Thank you for blessing. Thank you for sharing. And y'all, you're allowed to say share over here. So share, 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 and subscribe, please. And like. And comment. See, you're allowed to do all of that on YouTube. And isn't that wonderful? Because YouTube likes to play in the sandbox with us, whereas Facebook, not so much. They kind of have their own sandbox with their own rules. Yeah. But not here. We're also going to go to Carolina Pottery while we're there. So you know, I buy lots of my stuff from Carolina Pottery, and so a lot of the people wanted to go so they could see. So we're gonna do that. I think Friday night. Okay, so it's gonna be fun. There'll be lots of cubbies there. He's probably live streaming, honey.
No, he's in the shower.
Oh, he's in the shower. Yay, y'all. It's pitiful when you get excited when your teenagers are in the shower, but yeah. You know, it's still a battle. Okay. There we go. There we go. So we do both sides on this one. Okay. So you see how pretty that is? Oh my gosh, look at those colors. You see how shiny it is? Can you see the little metallic in it? Awesome. All right, let's open this up a little bit more. You coming to say goodnight to Bella?
And you. Good night.
Good night. Good night, honey.
Oh, you didn't want me.
Look at this pitifulness back here. We are all gaga over these dogs. It's pitiful. She's about to fall off her seat. There we go. Okay. So these are our pretty ribbons. All right, and we'll just take them, fold them in half, pinch them in the middle, and then do our little thing. All right. Then we're going to put them on. And I'll go ahead and put the little ties around the back, and I will spread these out. And I do spread them out like this. See? So when you're taking pictures, you want to make sure that your ribbons are up and you can see them. Just a little tip for y'all. Makes a difference. It just makes them stand out more, and it will also kind of hide any flaws. So we'll kind kind of zoom back in a little bit more. Okay. The great thing about the ribbon is it also kind of covers where you can see the frame. Go. Okay, like this. Okay. Yeah, I shop everywhere, y'all. I shop at Trendy Tree, I shop at Deco Exchange, I shop at Carolina Pottery, Sims Pottery, Craig Bachman, Craft Outlet, you name it. I've probably, oh, the Wreath shop. Can't forget the Wreath shop. Trends and Gems, I shop there. I never spray my wreaths. Someone asked about spraying a wreath, so my steadfast rule is no spraying of the wreaths. And there's a couple of reasons for that. Okay, one is that it will tend to yellow your wreaths over time. Sometimes it will immediately yellow your ribbon, and then you will be very upset because your ribbon will be ruined. And the other thing is that you don't want them to last forever. I mean, mostly people like to get a new one for the next season, right? So you want to encourage that, especially if you're selling them. What do I use to ship my wreaths? Do you mean boxes, or do you mean what service do I use? I ship in 24 by 24 by 6 or 8 boxes. I actually do have a video on how to pack a wreath, if you're looking for that. It's on my channel. And I use USPS because they'll come and pick it up at my door. I don't have time to go drive to FedEx or whatever, and they charge to pick it up. So I have to put my sweater up because it wants to get caught. It likes to get caught in the mesh. Yeah, make sure that you are wearing an apron or some kind of protection between you, your mesh, and your clothes, because it super stinks when they ruin something that you really like one of your favorite shirts or your favorite sweaters, because it will get you. It has these little fibers and they just grab and stick. I'm tired of the rain too. I don't really like rain very much. Maybe if I'm indoors and I don't have anywhere to go and I don't have to do anything, then I'm okay with rain. But other than that, no thanks. I'd rather not. Isn't that pretty? Isn't those colors pretty? I love it. Okay, we're going to move to the top. Okay. You can just start wherever. And you do not have to have your ribbons in the same spots as you had them down on the bottom. And this time I'm going to more crisscross it. Okay. Yeah, we're going to North Carolina tomorrow, and now they're saying it's going to snow. So not sure about that. I mean, I'm not afraid to drive in snow because I've lived in Virginia for many years, and it snowed there a lot, so it doesn't really bother me, but I also don't want to get stuck somewhere. Right? Yeah. Okay. Alrighty. Oh, and the spaces for the treat are filling up fast. And we'll do the 2 payments until about March, like March 15th. And then after that, it will just be 1 payment, so. I don't think I sent Owl the link to that. Whoops. Casey might have it. Okay. I buy my boxes. There's a lot of different places you can buy boxes. I buy from a local place, but you can buy from Home Depot, and you can actually have them shipped to the store for free. You can buy them from Amazon, Uline. You just have to kind of look around and price shop, see if there's something local, because there might be. You just never know. If you live near any type of large city, there usually is someone there who makes boxes. So you just have to look around. And you can even, a lot of times, drive to them and pick up the boxes. Okay. Yay! I love how this looks. Oh. Oh yeah. Look at that. So I put on the edge, I put the little purple and white little flowery things, like what's on the ribbon, because you can when you make your own sign, right? It's so fun. Alright, so we have enough ribbon to make a bow. So let's pull out our 4-in-1. I'm not doing anything scary, baby girl. You're good. You're okay. All right. So we have, whoops. All right. A little bit of each. You should have 2 yards of this left. So let me just cut that off so we can stay in line with the kit. Alright. I love this. So I'll just trim it off. We'll start with a small tail. And let me kind of move some of this so we can make sure you can see what I'm doing. Move this stuff around. So we've got a small tail, like 6-inch. I just put it right in here in between my 2 pegs. Now listen, it's not going to matter if you are, we're going to do this by hand. If you are using the 4-in-1, the Easy Bow, the Bow Dabra, they're all the same. In my opinion, they're pretty much all the same. So we're going to do this by hand. Okay, so you put it in your hand like this. You can measure out to 10, all right, and that creates a 5-inch loop, okay? Same thing on the other side. So 5-inch loop, all right, and I'm just putting it in my finger. On the right side, we go under, okay? On the left side, we go over. So let your ribbon dictate which way you're going. You can kind of tell, see, right there and right there. All right, so you have just enough to make 3 loops. I don't really care about that other tail. It's not going to make any difference. Okay. So we have 3 loops with the purple. All right, now we're going to do 2 loops with the blue. I love these against each other. So we'll do 6-inch tail. Okay. Then I'm just going to take this, and I'm just going to go right on top of the middle one and see where it is. I'm twisting it in the middle. So right on top. Okay. Twist in the middle, just like that. Again. Twist in the middle. Alright, again. On the last one, you don't need to twist it because it's just coming straight out and getting cut off. There we go. Then you just fold it in half, cut towards the edge for your dovetail, and then we can move these out. So when I'm moving these around, I'm holding this with my thumb because I don't want to go through all this work and then it pull loose. That would super stink. All right, now we're going to do the little purple one. And so we'll do a little bit longer tail like that. We're just going to do 1 loop, twist it in the middle, 1 loop, bring it out, cut it off. Save that. Okay, then like that. Okay, I'm gonna put this one about the same length. So you have a whole bunch left of this one. Alright, so then we're going to go just a tad smaller. So twist in the middle. Alright. A little bit smaller. About 1/2 inch or so. Okay. There we go. That. Pull this out, trim it off. Then we're going to pull this back. We're going to do 1 loop right in the center. Okay. Alright, there we go. Now we can pull this one out. And we can pull this one out. Now we've used pretty much what's left of our ribbon and we're going to have a nice little bow. Okay. So I will grab a zip tie. With this light colors, I like to use the clear ones. All you have to do is get underneath and get it started. And then you can pull the whole thing out. Make sure all your ribbons are in there. Make sure your tails are all in the front. None of them are sitting outside your loops. Okay, pull this around back. You can start to tighten it. Before you're totally done, you want to get your pipe cleaner right here. I'll run it underneath that zip tie. I like to use pipe cleaners when I'm going to tie on a wreath because I think it's just thicker and it just works better. Alright, so now I'm just going to kind of pull these out a little gently because I don't want to wreck the loops that I just made. Alright, so get them all pulled out. Alright, there we go. Okay, that one looks a little small, so that's why it looked funny. It's kind of caught under there. Okay, so you want to make sure you have all that set, and then you can tie it as tight as you can get it, like that. Leave this part on. Okay, grab your two pipe cleaners together, then you can work on fluffing. So this gives you a nice piece to hold. Don't cut it off until you're done fluffing, because then you have a great place to hold on to. It's easier to hold on because it's a lot more substantial, and you can pull all your tails down, get them curling like that. You can fluff up your loops. Okay. Alright. If you have trouble, put it on your project, like your wreath, and then fluff it. Okay. This is a great way to get a bow nice and fluffed. You see that? Then you can just come back here, trim it off, just like that. Alright. And after we do this, we are going to make a little terry bow because we've had some requests lately. Alright. Okay, so now we just take and we can figure out where we want to put this and where we want to put our sign. So we can put this at the top and the sign at the bottom, like this. I like that. Alright, so on these, I'm going to cut these at an angle because I don't want to have to dovetail them. There we go. These I will leave so I can curl. These are thicker. Okay. So what you want is to not have your words in your sign to be covered. So you want to make sure that you get it so that it is not covering your sign. So what we're going to do is we're going to go right in between two ties, and we're going to go right over the mesh to tie this on. Okay? So this is what you do when you want your bow to not sink in to the wreath. When you want it to kind of stand up on top of the wreath, this is what you do. Okay. And it is okay to do that. It's not going to hurt your mesh. It's going to look different. Okay. So now we have our bow on there. And you see it's standing out because it is not tied in with a tie. Okay, so you want to fluff again as it gets squashed while you're working on it. Get your curls going again. Just recurled. Okay, like that. Let's trim this one off to kind of match. There we go. Alright. Now we can do our sign, and then we'll do a bow. How are we doing? We're going, wow. We kind of whizzed through this, didn't we? So I guess it's good we're doing a bow. Sorry, y'all. Sometimes I just go too fast. Alright. Take this. This is a metal hole punch. I just plop it right in the sides. Y'all, my sides are pretty thick. So this does work on my signs, but they don't bend. Okay, they're thick, so they're not like little flimsy sides. It would be pretty hard to bend them. So then I'm going to take my favorite wire, my 26 gauge Walmart wire. It's in silver. I love it because you can't really see it. Okay? And the signs do fine with the wire. And then we'll get some ribbon out to do a terry bow, and I'll show you what we did in our group. Okay. Ooh, my foot's hurting. Okay, so we take our sign, and it's just little tiny holes in the corner, and it's probably easier to see it on the back. So I just run the wire right through there. Just kind of tie it in the back. And y'all, let me just say, I do not put my cards or anything on the back because I expect you to do that. Okay? If you're selling wreaths, make sure you're putting your card or a sticker on the back so people know where it came from. Because I expect y'all to, if you're selling wreaths, I expect you to resell this. So that is why I don't have my cards or anything like that on the back. Because I expect you to do that so that if somebody sees it, they know where it came from. What did I do with my other wire? I think it fell on the floor, but I don't see it. No, I don't see it. We'll cut another one. Oh, there it is. I see it. I see it. Here it is. Yeah, so have you ever been somewhere and you saw a wreath and what do? You go up and you kind of look behind it, right? That's what you do. It's just what you do. So you want your card to be back there so that they can go, oh, hey, this wreath was made by fill in the blank. Okay. Little tidbit for you today. So usually if I'm going to tie it at the bottom like this, what I'll do is I'll take this one and I will go in between down to the frame. And I will go this one and I will go on the other side and go down to the frame. Instead of having to tie it in 4 places, I'll tie it in 2. Okay? It just kind of saves me a little time. And I will tie it on like this. Okay? And I will make sure that I pull my ribbons out. Okay? Where the sign is. Okay? And I also want to make sure it's pretty on with my bow. So this actually needs to come over a little bit. I know, I'm sorry. I didn't mean for it to go so fast, but it's just, can't seem to help myself. But we'll make a bow. We're going to make a bow. So that'll give us a little bit more time. Honestly, I could go faster, but I don't because I want y'all to see what I'm doing. Kind of always been my thing. I used to tick people off in my college classes because I'd be the first one done. It's just kind of how I do. I either know stuff or I don't, right? All right. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we've got it on there. We can always move our bow a little bit to match our sign. Move our sign a little bit. Whoops, wrong way. And there we go. I really love this one. Oh my gosh, I love it. Do y'all like it? The B one's going to be really cute too. It has a yellow and white mesh and a black and white mesh. So it'll be jam up. Alright, so we're going to put this aside. What do you think, Bella? And we're going to make my mama a St. Patrick's Day bow. And I'm going to show you what I made today. So this is what we made in group tonight. It's a grapevine, and then this is a big bee. Didn't it turn out pretty? These are little black-eyed Susans. I love how it turned out. You see, we decorated the little bee. Okay. All right, let me get out the ribbon and we'll get going. Ooh, I see some pretty. Let's do this one. Maybe this one. All right, here we go. Terry bow. Okay, so a terry bow is a bow that is made with 5 different ribbons. Okay. We are going to make it on the 4-in-1 because not everybody has the pro bow. Not everybody can use the pro bow. Okay. So just forget the pro bow. You can also make this on the Easy Bow Maker. Same exact process, okay? All right. And we're not going to use these because I need to fix my pegs. All right, so we're going to start off with our biggest loop, all right? And look at this green. Love it. I love it. And here's the trick to making the terry bow without the pro bow the hand. All right. The bee kit is almost sold out, yes. So we'll do like a 9-inch tail. Okay, we'll just place it on. Don't you love this green? I mean, oh, I love it. All right, then we're going to twist. And it doesn't really matter how wide you make it. That's not what determines the terry bow. It's the 4 to 5 ribbons and this that we're going to go through. So we're going to start at the, let's just take this off. We're going to start at the 7-inch. So I'm going to put my finger right there. I'm going to go to the 7-inch. I'm going to twist in the middle. Other side. I'm going to go to the 7-inch. And I'm just going to place it down. Okay, because we're only going to put 1 loop of this. Alright. Now you can put multiple loops of one type of ribbon. It's still a terry bow. You just have to have different types of ribbon. Or different ribbons, I should say. Alright, let's see. I think we have enough of this. Okay. Next ribbon. Okay. Place it in. We can do the same size tail. That's not going to make any difference. Here is the difference. We did the 7. Now, we're going to go to 6.5 inches. Alright, so you want to go in between the 7 and the 6 inch. Okay? And that is how the terry bow works. So when you're using the Pro Bow the hand, what it's doing is it's going down a 1/2 inch every time you go to a new peg set. Okay? So that's why it looks different than bows you make on other makers. Okay. So there is the trick. Trim this off. Gonna dovetail it. So remember that dovetail, all that does is that gives you the finished look for your ribbon. Alright, so we did 7, 6. Now we're gonna have to go, we did 7, 6.5. Now we're gonna have to go to 6. And then we'll go to 5.5, 5. So you see how this works? I don't know if there's enough for this one. Let's do this one. And there's no rule that says that you have to do all 2.5 inch, then 1.5 inch, okay? Alright, so we put our ribbon, tail a little longer because it's a 1.5. I can move these. I did twist in here. I can go to the 6, put it down in the center. You see it is shorter. Okay, so move these out. Go to the 6. I like to put my finger there just so I can make sure I've got the right measurement. And then I'll also check and make sure it's shorter than this one. It is. See, they're progressive. And then cut it off. Alright, so we have 3. Alright, so we're at 6 inch, so now we have to go to 5.5. So let's do 5.5. So put this one in. Okay, we'll move this. We'll go to 5.5. Right there. Okay. Make sure it is shorter than this one. It is. I can actually just kind of eyeball it too, just to make sure. Yes, yes. Okay, pull it out. Alright, so we did 5.5. Now we need to do 5 inch. So let's see if we have enough of this one to do 5 inch. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. We have another one though. Okay. I don't think so. Let's just finish off with this one. So I have this one. Whoa! Okay, so we put it in. Isn't this pretty? I love this one. Okay, and we're going to go to 5 inch. So we're just going to go about 1/2 inch shorter than that one. Right there. Right there. Pull it out. Trim it off. There we go. Of course, you know I am going to make it I'm going to put a zip tie on it because that's just my favorite. Alright. So you know, whenever we put something on the door here, we have to have matching bows. So we did not have a matching bow, and that is a tragedy. Alright, so I just put it back there. Let's grab our pipe cleaner. Run it through. Okay. Now, so this, with this bow, the tails can also be kind of put back and forth. I kind of like to tend to put my tails down in the front, but you can do any way you want. But you're just going to move your bow, your loops, okay, like this. I tend to want to move them in opposite directions. That kind of makes your bow a little bit more balanced. So I'll put this one here, this one here, so on and so forth. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of move them in the general direction I want. And then I'm going to tie it off. Alright. And remember, we've got our little zip tie back there so we can kind of work on it. And then we kind of move these loops so that they are pretty much opposite. So this is what you're doing when you're on a fluff box, right? And you start from the bottom and you work your way to the top. And there we go. Terry bow. All right. So now you know how to do a terry bow by hand. See, not all bows have to be, you know, just the straight loop, loop, loop. Maybe next time we'll do the Lisa bow by hand or on the bow maker. All right. Okay. Let me get my glasses so I can see if there's any questions. You want me to do a bow on the Bowdabra? Sure. We got stuff out. Let's do it. All right. Bowdabra. This is the Bowdabra. And y'all, my Bowdabra is kind of pitiful. So trust me, if I can do things on my Bowdabra, you can do things on your Bowdabra. So we'll start off with dovetail. Now the only thing about the Bowdabra that's different is there's no measurements. I've seen people put measurement boards underneath it, but you can also set it on your mat and just use your mat as measurement. Okay? So if you want to do it just like you're doing a bow when you're on the 4-in-1 or the Easy Bow Maker, it's the same process. Okay? Put your tail in. I'm going to throw this on the floor. You make your loop. Okay? And I'll just measure. So that is about a 5-inch loop. Okay? What you can do is do the other side the same. And you can take them and lift them up to see if they match. Alright? Just like that. You see that? So that's kind of how you want to do your loops when you're in the Bowdabra. So let's do 2 loops with this. Okay? All these bow makers are essentially the same. All they're doing is providing something to hold your ribbon while you're making a bow. And believe it or not, you are learning to make a bow even if you're using a bow maker. So don't feel like you're not learning bows, because you are. You just don't realize it. Okay? It does come with this little thing here that will hold your ribbon while you're working on it. I don't tend to use that unless I have some pretty thick something going in there. You can also take wire and put it underneath your loops, but I tend to do the same thing I do with everything else. Alright. So we did 2 loops. Let's do 1 loop with this. Okay. So now I have a guide of how large I want my loops to be. So I'll twist in the middle. I'll go to the same length, twist in the middle. Okay, same length. There we go. Pull it out. I told you my Bowdabra is a little pitiful. My spring is kind of shot because I've used it so much. So if you want to do that while you're pulling out more ribbons, okay, so you can see it's already looking exactly like our other bows. So let's put this one in. Let's do a little bit of this one. So now we'll go a little bit shorter. We don't have to measure it. We're just gonna eyeball it. And that is okay because all you're gonna do is pick them up and make sure that they're the same size. And that's totally okay to do. One of the things when you're making bows is just make sure you have plenty of ribbon out, because that helps you not struggle with your bow, okay? There we go. Okay, so pull it out, trim it off. Okay, there's that one. All right. And let's tie it off with this one. Okay. And if you're struggling with your ribbon a lot, toss it in the floor. That sounds funny, but it really works. It's bizarre, but it works. All right. So right in between these two, we already know what size. Right there. Okay. Right there. Pull it out. Trim it off. We'll fix that, don't worry. It's just because my Bodabra thing is shot. We'll just set that in there for a second. Alright, now I'm going to do the same thing I always do. I'm going to take la zip tie and a pipe cleaner. And I'm just going to take this and I'm going to run it under the side just like I do with my other bow makers. Exactly the same. I'll start to tighten it. I'll pull it out. I can see where the indentation is. Alright, so I'll start to tighten that. I'll go ahead and start pulling out my loops. Pull my tails down the front. Okay. There we go. So you see, it does not make a difference what bow maker you use. So don't be intimidated. You can make it with any. Okay? I'm going to tell y'all, I learned to make bows from my sister. I was so darn intimidated by those bows. When I first started, she would say, look, do this and do this. And I would say, I don't understand. What are you doing? I just couldn't see it. And you know what? I'm one of those people where I have to physically do it myself. And once I did it a couple of times, then I started understanding what she was doing. So just get yourself some ribbon from the Dollar Tree or from Goodwill or something and just start practicing. Because you will get it. It's just that your mind has to understand the steps that you're taking. And in order to do that, you really need to physically do it. So it works a lot better if you will do that. Alright, so we've got our bow. We can do some little curly cues because we like those. They're fun. Alright, did that help? Yep, see, I'm not the only one. I mean, it looked easy when she was holding it. But then when I would get it in my hand, I couldn't do what she was doing. I had to just kind of do it on my own. Alright, there we go. And we have a Bodabra bow, and it looks just as good, see? And y'all, these things cost like nothing. The Easy Bow costs very little. None of these on this table cost very much money. Alright? And I tell you what's even cheaper is your hand. So, you can do it. I know you can do it. Trust me, if I can do it, you can do it. Alright, let's see if there's any questions. You know what, Myra? We're going to work on that at the retreat. Yes, we are. Thank you. I get thirsty. It gets so hot in here. it is more about the manipulation of the ribbon. Yes, it is. So one of the things that you want is you just want a good grip on it. So if you have a good grip on it, then, you know, what you need is to just, once you get your basic loops on there, it's just about moving them and fluffing them out. That's it. And then you have yourself a nice fluffy bow. So, yep. So the way you make the bow fluffier, okay, is you're going to stick your hand in here. You're going to move it back and forth a little bit. And what that does is it breaks it from the center, and it allows you to really get that loop standing out like this, okay? You see how that works? The trick is, first of all, you want your loops standing up, so you want to pull them forward like this, okay? And you want to get your hands in there, and you want to spread out your fingers so you can fluff it. So you see how much better it looks when you're pulling these loops up? It gives it more dimension, and it just makes it fluffier. Does that make sense? The big B came from Carolina Pottery. Thank you. Yeah, the numbers for all the stuff that I do in my group is listed, the item numbers are listed in the group. Oh, the big B, you want to see the big B? Where did I put it? So this is what they're talking about. I made this in my private group earlier today, and they were talking about this big B. So a lot of places are carrying these now, and then we just, so what I wanted was, I wanted it to be like the bee landed on a patch of flowers, and he's about to fly off. So that is what they're talking about. Yep. Thank you. There is a bee kit out, and it's this one right here, okay, with this ribbon. See, the ribbon has the same stuff on it as the sign, and it also has this ribbon in it, and it has yellow and black mesh. It's hard to see there. There we go. So it's gonna be cute. I'm excited. Right? I love Carolina Pottery. There is a Carolina Pottery. Okay, so there's a Carolina Pottery in Myrtle Beach. So for those that are coming to the retreat, we are going to Carolina Pottery during the retreat. So that is definite. That's a definite thing. Because I know y'all hear me talk about it enough. I know you hear me talk about it a lot. So I thought it would be fun if we all went there. Yep. You're having a hard time finding the Easy Bow Maker? I think they have them on Amazon. No, they're not carrying them at Michael's anymore because they, that's right, Myra. Y'all are going to Carolina Pottery. They're not carrying them at Michael's anymore because they don't have a deal with Michael's anymore, but they're still on Amazon. I know she was working on her website, but I don't think she's finished it yet, so I'll have to ask her about that. Oh yeah, you know what? I think Deco Exchange has them. I think that Crazy Maisie has it. I think she might have it in her shop too. I know, it's gonna be fun. Yeah, the big B came from Carolina Pottery, it did. did. Yep. I got a ladybug. They have bees, ladybugs, butterflies, carrots. We're doing a carrot one in my group pretty soon. They have some really cute stuff, y'all. Cuteness. All right. Woo, I'm tuckered out. Oh, there's an old-time pottery in Myrtle Beach, too. There's an old-time pottery about an hour from here. Is it an hour or is it an hour and a half? I can't remember. Carolina Pottery is online, but a lot of the stuff that they have, unfortunately, is not listed online. So, but you can call. Like, I give the numbers out in my group, and they can call and order them and have them ship them to them. So you can get the stuff, for sure. So. Where are you going next weekend? Wait a minute, you're going somewhere without me? Oh, that's right, you're going to Myrtle Beach. What am I talking about? I knew that. Duh. You might have to, like, call me while you're there and show me what they have. Yeah, it's retail. Awesome. Alright, y'all. Well, I am going to finish packing for my trip. Maybe we'll get on a live. If we have good signal, we'll hop on and show y'all what's going on. I love to go to Sims because it's just fun. It's just fun times for all. Right? And we're all going to be hanging out together. I'm so excited. We're going to get to, like, hang out and have dinner together and just, like, shop around and watch the designers, and it's just going to be fun. Just relaxing and fun. Who needs relaxing fun? Me? I do. Now, you know Bella won't be happy, but my husband will be happy that Bella will want to sleep with him, and she won't be laying against me, but they'll miss me. But I'll only be gone 2 days, so they'll be fine. Right? Oh, I know. Awesome. I know, it's hard to find stuff on their website. I don't know. I wish they would get better about that. I need to, like, mention it to them when I'm over there one time. Or maybe Julie does, since she does a bunch of stuff with them. So. Sims Pottery is wholesale, so you do have to have a retail license. So I guess, yeah, it really is kind of for business only. But, you know, you can always find someone who has a business and go with them. Like, sometimes I'll do that. My sister and my sister-in-law, they like to go with me. And then they buy all this stuff that they don't do anything with, and then they bring it to me later and I fix it. Which is fun. The retreat is going to be in Myrtle Beach. It's in April. What's funny? She's laughing down there. Awesome. Hey, Linda. How are you? Look at you on here with your channel. You go, girl. All right. Thank you for liking and sharing my live. I appreciate that. Oh, that's so awesome. I love that, Chris. That's cool. All right, y'all. Well, I'm going to go show my mom her bows and this stuff. I have a poker over here. Let me fix my little poker. And I will see you guys when I get back. I will probably go live a little bit. Maybe I'll go live when we're not in our house having a lot of fun. It's going to be fun. I'm so excited. I know we have to take a lot of pictures. I agree. All right, y'all have a great night, and I will see you guys on Sunday. Bye, y'all.